What's going on, guys? This is Andy here, bringing you a UU battle against Mr. Paper Pokemon 22, and this was taken during my live stream about a week or two ago. And I also have like a couple of other good matches that I had during my live stream. One includes a battle against Conflicted, which recently sort of blew up because Elo liked and favorited one of his videos, and it was a really intense, I want to say. But then again, you'll just watch. I don't really want to spoil it right now. But yeah, let's get into the battle. And I'm going to lead off with my Azoff, as he's going to lead off with his Victini, which I thought would be his real Victini, but then again, not really. So I'm just going to go for the Stealth Rock since I wasn't really sure. And he goes for the Nasty Plot, so I know Victini does not get Nasty Plot, so I'm just going to go for the Flamethrower, knowing that is a Zoroark, and I knew that would be a 2-hit KO. So he's just going to go for the Dark Pulse. I know I'm going to live that because I do have that Focus Sash, and that always allows me to live with 1 HP. I'm pretty sure you guys know this. And I'm just going to go straight for another Flamethrower, and he's just going to switch on to his Regice, and after Stealth Rock damage and this Flamethrower, it's going to be at around half HP. And it's pretty bad for him in a sense because Regice doesn't have any form of recovery. But I'm just going to go for the Psychic, thinking it will do more than a Flamethrower that isn't stabbed, but I was wrong. He just takes me out with an Ice Beam. Not really mad about that. I was just like, whatever, it was death fodder anyways. So I'm just going to switch out into my Rotom Heat. Of course he's going to be fearing the Overheat, so he's going to switch out into something that he knows that can take it. He's just going to switch out into his Electivire, but unfortunately I do miss, and he's just going to go for the Thunder Punch, probably predicting my switch of some sort, not really sure. But I'm just going to go for the second Overheat, and this isn't going to take it out because I guess that's why he's sending it in, because he knew he could take one. So right here he's just going to go for the switch because he can't really do anything to me. And he's going to switch on to his Snorlax, and I'm just going to go for the second Overheat, not trying to overprotect, just trying to take out that Electivire. And since it does have the Thick Fat ability, I know it's going to be the defensive one, so I know a defensive one really carries setup moves like Belly Drum or Curse or something. So I'm just going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, and he does go for the Belly Drum, and he's going to be at around +3 now. And I know I can live anything this thing has to throw at me, even a stab, Body Slam, so I'm not really too afraid of it. But since I do not see leftovers, I'm pretty sure this thing is Resto Chesto, but just trying to get damage on him. Made it pretty, not too big of a misplay, but I just went for the Overheat, and now I think I'm like at -6 now. I should have gone for the Thunderbolt. Maybe, just maybe, I could have gotten a crit or something. I'm not really sure. But he just goes for the rest again. And obviously, I knew he had the Chesto Berry, so I just went for a Will-O-Wisp. And he's going to go for the Body Slam. It's not going to even do half. Which makes it, Rotom is one goddamn bulky ass motherfucker. So I'm just going to switch out into my Empoleon to resist the Body Slam and possibly take it. And right here I'm just going to go for the Protect, just trying to scout out if he does have the Earthquake. And if he does, after this leftovers, I know I can take at least one, so because it is non-stab. So that's exactly what I do, and he does go for the Earthquake. And I live with, like, if I remember correctly, 5 HP, and I'm just going to go for the roar him out of there, because I really don't want to deal with the Snorlax. So I'm just going to roar him out to his Electivire. And after leftovers, he's gonna hit me with an Ice Punch, I guess predicting a switch, or just trying to kill me off some fancy way. But I live with 2 HP and take him out with a Scald, and I get a useless crit. And now he's just gonna switch into his I believe he's just gonna switch into his Zoroark right here, disguised as Victini. And I knew this thing was Zoroark since he didn't take 25% damage from Stealth Rock. He's just going to take me out with a Dark Pulse. And I'm going to switch on to my Sharpedo to Revenge Killer with the Aqua Jet. And this Zoroark is gone, so it won't be tricking me anymore. Ha! So I do get my speed boost. And he's going to send out his real Victini. And I thought a Choice Banded Aqua Jet, super effective stab Aqua Jet, would take out this Victini, but no, it doesn't. It lives with like nothing. And he's just going to take me out with a Thunderbolt, which is pretty unfortunate since I won't have my Sharpedo in this game anymore. But luckily he does have the Life Orb, so it's going to be a double down, which is pretty cool. And I'm just going to send out my Tangrowth, And of course, fearing an ice beam from this Regice, I'm gonna switch out since it does have piss poor special defense, and that's exactly what he does. So Rotom Heat was a pretty good switching. Either way, since I can take any move Regice carries, and now I can threaten him out with an overheat. He probably thought I would over predict, but like I said, I wanted this Regice gone, so I did not want to over predict, and I just take him out with an overheat. And now since Regice is gone, he's gonna have to switch out into something that can take a -2 anything. So that's gonna be his Espeon, and I'm just gonna go for the Shadow Ball since this is a 4th gen moveset Rotom, not the EVs, and the EVs are my custom. Sorry for that pop-up right there. So he sets up a sub. Most Espeons are sub Calm Mind, and I thought this T-Bolt would take it out because, well, take out the sub because it is stab, but no. But unfortunately he misclicks. He told me, if I remember correctly, he told me he misclicked right here, and that's pretty unfortunate because I do take out his sub, and if he wouldn't have misclicked, this second Psychic would have taken me out, but I misclick a lot, trust me. I know how you feel. So I'm just gonna go for another Thunderbolt because he did have Snorlax. I did not want him to go into it just going for Shadow Balls. So he's just gonna try to set up a sub, but he can't since he is at low HP, and he does switch out into Snorlax, and luckily I did not go for the Shadow Ball that turn, and I just went for the Thunderbolt. And right here I just leaving Rotom in as fodder, more or less. And then I just went for the Thunderbolt, but no, he just goes for the rest. I'm like, okay, now you can't wake up because your Chesto Berry is gone and all that. So I'm pretty sure I can switch out right here since he is going to be guaranteed asleep for at least 2 turns. Well, for 2 turns, should I say. So I'm just going to go into my Tangrowth, set up a Leech Seed. Thankfully, I do not miss this Leech Seed. And this is basically gonna ensure me my win because he can't. Well, if he switches out, then his sleep turns are reset, and I could just Leech Seed him again whenever. So he does wake up right here. I knew he would go for the Belly Drum, obviously, it's so obvious. So I'm just gonna go into my Rotom Heat just to get the Will-O-Wisp off. Again, residual damage is always good no matter what, and luckily I do not miss the Will-O-Wisp that I'm gonna do this turn. But yeah, I hit the Will-O-Wisp, and now he's like at +3 instead of his +6. And this Body Slam is not going to take me out, and I live with a 58 after the leftovers. And after Leech Seed, I'm going to be at about almost 100. Oh, 122, wow, okay. So I'm just going to take out the Snorlax with the Thunderbolt, and now he's down to his last, which is his Espeon. And since it is weak to, he's too weak to make a sub, he's just going to die off to Thunderbolt. Sorry, just that. My freaking computer just froze right here. But that was a really good game, Mr. Paper Pokemon 22. I'll leave your link in the description, guys. Go check him out. I'm sorry if this narration was crappy, but I had to redo it like 20 times. Seriously. But take care. Later.